Hello everybody, welcome to your watch along of Chesterfield away game versus Halifax Town in the National League playoff elimination round. The winner will go on and play Solihull Moors in the next round and be 2 games away from a promotion to the Football League. So we need to go. So we need to go for it today. We need to go one better than we did last season, and don't get knocked out of the elimination stages of the playoff again. Come on, boys.
They're best placed, especially here. You know, the most wins. I can't see past Halifax.
It is a fortress, Chris. It is.
Yeah, it's a great prospect, isn't it? And but you say that there's such good backing from Chesterfield fans. You know, you've got to be inspired when you're walking out as a player. And what a fantastic night for it again. Last night was a superb start. I'm expecting the same tonight.
But there are, as we just said, there's those X-Factor players, Khan, Rowe, Tom Whelan back at the team, very good on set pieces. There are players who can turn.
Well, we need to prove it ourselves and go for it. We need to do what we can.
The first 10 minutes was electric.
Yeah.
I think both sides, I know we've both been in playoffs and you just want to get that first touch of the ball, you want to make that first header, tackle, whatever it may be, just to get a foothold in the game. Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, and got a chance to grab a couple of words with Pete. Well, interestingly, having given them, I think, 3 days off, he's had them almost kind of classroom chat, like the kind of the scenarios, painting the pictures as to what to do in this or that scenario to try and get them mentally ready.
Yeah, I love that. I love the psychological side of the game.
I'm freaking myself, folks. We've been in this situation last season. We're not having that happen to us again.
He's such a brilliant man, you know.
I'm just so nervous.
You can't help but be inspired speaking to him, and you want the best for him. I think today the boys will perform for him.
But of course, he's got nothing of the experience that Paul Cook's got. He's been there, got the t-shirts, has he got the players, has he got the connections with it?
Come on, boys! Oh, it's not bowling this time. Let's get back where we belong. Come on, boys.
Can they turn it on in a way that in recent weeks
Come on, Chesterfield.
they're unable to? Here, where Halifax rarely
Chesterfield and Halifax, let's go.
slip up.
Let's do this.
Once again to describe what should be another belting night in the playoffs.
Let's make it. Let's go back.
And Adam Thomas,
Go.
evening, boys.
So we go again.
Here we go. Let's give you the lineups for both Chesterfield and Halifax.
No second chances. There is no next week.
The Chesterfield team is Loach, Miller. I can't believe I'm saying that name. Calvin Miller. Yep. I'm saying that name. Yep. Maguire, Grimes, Williams, King, Kelman, Whelan, Khan, Mandeville, Rowe on the benches. McCourt, Tyson, Denton, Whelan, and Whittle, and Rowley. I would have played Nathan Tyson, have a bit of experience. The Halifax team is Johnson, Warren, Mahone, Devron Senior. Spencer's out due to an injury, so Woods has come in. Green, Warburton, we need to watch out for. We need to watch out for also Jordan Slew. And you got Waters. And Gilmore on the bench is Stenson, Deanley, McDonough and Bird. That is your team for Halifax to play Chesterfield today.
The latter two are making their first appearances since the end of April, having not featured in the final 3 games of the season. Danny Rose starts back-to-back.
And hello folks, let's get some questions in the chat.
The difference makers all important on nights like these. Billy Waters potentially that for Halifax, Adam.
Certainly is Adam, a big player for Pete Wild. When he's not even scoring goals, what he does in the final thirds, I think it's going to be absolutely vital. And I think the way you can maybe stretch Chesterfield,
Come on, boys! Come on, boys!
In the creative areas, I think he'll be a massive part this evening.
This is away.
Well, what we say?
I don't get the right. No, I don't get the right. Okay, I don't get the right away.
Very, very deadly. You just wonder about his fitness, but you give him time and space on the ball.
Damn!
Eye for goal. And he'll be certain to lead
Well,
the
boys.
try and get Chesterfield a goal to take him into the semi-finals.
Come on, Cookie, you can do it. If anyone can do it, you can. You got us promoted before, you can do it again. You got us promoted. 8 years ago from League 1 from League 2 to League 1 and nearly got us promoted to the Championship. So this guy's got high praise for our club, sir.
Last season in Chesterfield's favour, they ended this current campaign 10 points apart in Halifax's favour. So a 14-point swing, 4th and 7th in the final table. But this is all about performing on the night.
The game is on the way. Halifax Town versus Chesterfield. Let's go.
To Solihull in the semi-finals, and it should be another cracker.
Oh, we hope so, Adam. There's anything to go by last night. Hopefully we'll be in for a real treat of a football match. Great atmosphere yet again inside the stadium, and as a player, you've got to enjoy these occasions and take the pressure on. It's a real finely balanced game.
Well, boys!
Coming into this game, you probably said a little while ago that the big expectation would have been on them to get promoted. I think
so guys, big question in the chat. We've got to perform. We haven't won the last 5 out of the last 5 games. We've got 1 point from the last 5. So we haven't got the best record going into this, but we'll show as much we can and show how to fight.
Maguire, headed by Deborah. Danny Rowe. Put out by Warren. Maguire to take it as Mandeville comes short, as did Khan.
Come on, Chesterfield!
Kellerman.
Come on, just perform. We can get a goal to set the pace. Get it going. That's a ball. That's a ball. Go on, Mandeville. Oh, you nada. If you get it outside, you might have scored.
Wonderful play down
Oh, Mandeville, unlucky.
Great first touchdown. This is a brilliant
Oh, that was.
It's such a dangerous area to defend
Oh,
against.
you just took a touch. You would have had, and tell yourself, you might have had a better chance. Oh, it's unlucky. That's a good chance to start it off.
On poor form, you look at little moments in the game to try and find your confidence. And that could have been a perfect start.
Come on, lads. Let's keep it forward. Let's keep going.
Cross here to Senior.
Just do not give Halifax space, time on the ball, nothing.
With the ball back to Scott Lunch.
I'll take that. Come on.
Wild took his players away to a local hotel on Sunday, said to take them away out of their daily routine, says he's left no stone unturned in his preparations for this game. He's certainly, if not the manager of the year, he's right up there, isn't he? Certainly pound for pound this season.
Yeah, most definitely. I think a lot of the plaudits will go towards Dave Challoner, but when you look at P. Wild's record, the budget that he's worked with, the improvement of players in his sides, I mean, I've always been a big fan of his, and he's done so well with his Halifax side to get them into the playoffs and push really close for a top 3 spot.
Guys, put your question in the chat, like, subscribe if you are new to the channel. Come on, Chesterfield.
Seal the title on the final day. Pete Wild's side beaten 2-0 at Edgeley Park. Chesterfield's final game, a goalless draw at home with Woking, which saw them just scrape into the playoffs. Deborah. Warren. Good move.
Well done.
Well read by Lawrence Maguire.
Let's keep doing that. For 9 minutes, we'll get somewhere. Chesterfield 0, Halifax 0, 4 minutes played. Chesterfield have had a chance, but should have been better by Mandeville. Just a bit wide of the goal, well wide of the goal, but he could have just took an extra touch. And you never know what can happen. We just keep going the way we are and get as many chances as we can. You never know what can happen.
Reminder that Solihull await the winners of Damson Park this Sunday. We must get a winner tonight, extra time. And penalties, both possibilities. course, we had extra time last night at Meadow Lane, plenty of drama too. Maguire with the cross.
Handball!
It's for a handball there.
Referee!
On the way of the Shaman.
You don't give a handball, but you give it for a simple foul like that. Oh, come on, lads.
First appearance since the end of April today for Lawrence Maguire. Seems to have fallen out of favour a bit with Paul Cook, but he's brought him back in for the biggest game of the season. First time that this starting 11 has started a game under Paul Cook.
So guys, please question in the chat, like, subscribe if you are new to the channel.
As well tonight. Khan, Mandeville.
This is good football.
I have to say it's been a reasonably bright start this from Chesterfield when you consider the side who, the outer form side of those who've made the playoffs.
Come on.
Chance for Halifax to get forward, but Waters couldn't take it in his stride, and Grimes goes back to Loach.
Stop making any mistakes. Chesterfield, yep. Right. See, we are the people. Sorry if I do a bit of coughing and stuff, folks.
Mandeville in the air.
I apologise for that. Hello, John. How you doing?
So important for Nalmar that he was fit enough to play on the final day. He had some minutes under his belt. It was his first appearance since the 23rd of April. He'll be crucial for them tonight.
He's been outstanding this season. Taking on the responsibility.
Come on, boys. If you guys put your questions in, thank you very much. Let's get as many likes as we can on the stream as we can.
In the National League this season.
And let's go and back the Spider-Rays for a win. Hopefully, because we got beaten at the stage of the playoffs by not scouting last season, we're not going to have it end this time around, but you never know what can happen in football.
We did wonder, didn't we, Adam, as to how Chesterfield would line up tonight. It is a back four.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's something that I know Paul's been trying to fit into his routines. He's a big back four person as a manager.
And that is not. Is that a foul? Well, the ref.
A little bit more defensively.
And if you guys like the stream, hit the thumbs up button to get to like, subscribe if you are new.
Witter on the bench where they could have possibly gone with. But again, it's just trying to find that consistency, which has always been an issue for Paul Cook since taking over as Chesterfield manager.
So he said after the Woking game that they would be playing a back four going forward. He talked about with a back three, in his opinion, that they'd lack width, lack penetration, hadn't crossed the ball into the box enough, which is some of the things behind his thinking of.
Well, the ref.
But as you say, Adam, it's what he's more comfortable with as a coach as well, isn't it?
It's a formation that he works with time and time again.
Keep pressing.
4-2-3-1. Just interesting, he's put Maguire as left back. Been out the team, as you mentioned, falling out of favour a little bit. And then you've got Miller in front of him, so you know you're going to get a lot of ball to Miller, getting those one-on-one areas up against Warren.
The goalless draw against Woking on the final day was their first clean sheet in 10 National League matches for Chesterfield.
Come on.
It's given them a bit of a base to build on in that respect.
Just keep pressing.
We're far from delighted with that performance on the final day. Long it goes from Loach.
Oh, lucky Rowe.
One by Rowe. Kellerman.
Oh, Kellerman, you could be doing better than that. Bro, you could do better than that. Go on, Saidu. Well done, Khan.
Waters to
Oh, well done, Williams.
they could run in the sides at the end of the season. It's his 8th start in a row for Williams. Of course, could be his former club Solihull in the semi-finals. King was formerly off Halifax. Thought one of the Derbyshire Irish newspapers put it well when they said that Chesterfield come into the playoffs more in hope than expectation.
We need to perform. When all has happened so far,
It's worth
folks.
pointing out, isn't it, Adam, that in terms of, yes, Chesterfield haven't finished the season well, but they spent 66 days top of the National League this season. Only Stockport, the champions, had more time at the top of the pile.
It certainly has been a season of two halves, isn't it? At one stage you felt that they were going to be comfortable winning the league, and players that had come in had really adapted well to the way that James Rose wanted them to play. He had the best finisher in the National League in Jamwinga. Good cup run again, losing up to Chelsea, but everything seemed very, very good for them. Then all of a sudden James Rose goes, Jamwinga gets injured, and all of a sudden injuries just happen left, right and centre. Paul Cook's come in, probably hasn't had the effect that you were expecting, but what I will say, they've actually started this game really, really well with confidence.
Go on, put them on the box.
Miller, Khan.
Go on!
Oh! Almost got down as well.
Lucky! Come on, boys! Go on up!
I think when you come into these games sometimes and you lost a little bit of form, as Chesterfield have done, you look at the first 10 minutes and you look at little moments and you try and take something positive. Halifax,
Well, we just need someone to get your head onto the ball. And if you guys are the team, don't forget, let's get this like button hit,
I
folks.
think so. It's going to be another one of those days at the office, but little moments in these games have bought themselves the early advantage.
Well, we know this will be swung in, an in-swinger from the right boot of King.
Go on, oh!
Look to try and meet it.
Lucky row!
Behind it goes for another corner, and it was Warren there again for Halifax.
It's an important header there from Warren.
Taking it quickly. Khan with the chance.
Go on, Khan! Oh!
Came off his own player.
Ah.
Travelling there.
Lucky! Good start. Good start from us. Good start. That's all you want to hear. That's all you want to see.
Players trying to get out of the way of a Danny Rose shot.
You don't want to get in there. You don't want to get in the way of a Danny Rowe shot.
Good strike as well.
The two best players that you don't want to give any part. The two players that you don't want to give space or time on the ball for us would be either Saidu Khan and Danny Rowe, because those guys literally can shoot from like 30 yards and click it on target and drop at the keeper.
Woking says he doesn't score a lot, but when he does, they're good goals. That's a lovely flick from
Go
Wheeler.
on!
And King, it's opened up.
Oh, why shoot when you could have seen the pass was on?
Maybe looking up a little bit, you just
Ah,
run from Danny Rowe.
unlucky. You gotta keep pressing. But it's just unlucky. Shot from King and it just goes miles. Miles over the bar. Could have done better, but so far we are holding our own, and actually we're the better team so far. And I thought we'd see that again.
The Shea sounds great. As Grimes heads forward for
Come on, boys. Just keep pressing.
more than with the header. 13 minutes gone here, and we barely mentioned the likes of Waters and Warburton and Slew.
Come on.
Here is Waters, though. Woods was that late inclusion in the lineup after Spence had to pull out with what we're told is a groin injury.
That certainly would have affected the dynamic of a quality player like Ian Spence missing so late and been having to put out. It's sad to say that his side haven't quite got themselves into the game so far. The long ball over the top hasn't quite been effective. So Chesterfield had a lot of possession and so arguably created the best chances.
Come on,
Let's
boys.
find a way into the game, maybe just ride the storm a little bit.
Well, that was interesting. When he was speaking to Jeff Brazier before the game, Pete Wild said, when asked what did you learn from last night, in that drama at Notts County, he said that set pieces will be important, that mistakes can decide things, and that you never ever give up.
Certainly 3 valid points that he most definitely would have said to his players.
Keep passing, don't make any mistakes, because it could prove very costly at the end of the
I
day.
think it's a good point to make. You have to look at what's going on around you.
So far, not a lot's happened, folks. Oh, that's unlucky. 2 bounces of the ball did not fall right.
touch for the Chesterfield throw-in. There are some of the Chesterfield players not involved tonight. Still suffering with injury problems. You can see quickly at the back there, Curtis Weston a little further forward. Gavin Gunning is there too. They have been so badly affected by injury problems this season.
We're bad for injuries, man. Bad for injuries.
Player of the year, Kabongo Shimanga, 24 league goals he got. Only Paul Mullin got more. Of course, Shimanga hasn't played since February.
Come on.
Long it goes from Johnson. The goalkeeper behind the best defence in the National League this season. Only 11 goals Halifax conceded all season at home in the National League. Green. Slew wins the throw-in, came off Maguire. Ma. Senior. Warburton. Waters.
Keep pressing. Good challenge. King worries me a lot of the times, folks. He worries me.
Woods.
We just Poland to get a yellow card.
Gilmore. It's a good run there by Slew. This is Green. Nice approach play by Halifax. Warren's cross. They say there was some appeals that there was an arm involved there, but it's going to be a corner.
Yeah, it's been their best matches to play Chesterfield's half so far, Halifax. Good little give and go, and then you just switch play as quickly as possible to get Warren into the game. There's a shout of a handball.
So it's Gilmore who's gone across to take this.
Come on, defend.
Waters, Marr and Slew all in the 6-yard box. Warburton's on the edge of that now. Green and Deborah are in there too. It's towards Deborah and won his header.
Get out!
And it came now to Warburton.
Well done.
Woods.
Well defended.
Blocking there.
That was well defended.
Jamie Grimes.
That's why Grimes is captain, because he does the captain's job. Just put in your blocking, and all you do is just slid in where you need to and block it. That's what you need to do, that's experience.
Warburton goes down and it's absolutely brilliantly got there from the captain.
It's one of those shortlisted for the club's player of the year, Jamie Grimes. Become really popular with teammates and supporters. And summer signing from Hereford, here's Khan.
Come on, that's how it's done, not foul.
Miller has allowed the advantage here. The referee.
Come on.
Miller goes on the outside and gets his cross.
Go on, Rowe.
Ready here for Rowe.
And okay.
Warren got there before him. Khan's found a bit of space.
Go on, Khan.
Miller. Mandeville. Mandeville did well to win it back.
Well done.
Miller.
Go on.
Great run
Go
by
on.
Miller, and he hits it in.
Oh.
It only just went wide.
Oh, follows in.
Really good
Follows
play there
in.
from Calvin Miller.
Oh.
Well, he's always positive every time he gets the ball. Just
Oh.
cuts inside nicely, and then all of a sudden he's got his head down and he's away.
Oh, I thought with Miller's shot took a slight deflection. I thought it was going in.
It came off Deborah. Chesterfield corner. King takes it.
Go on. Yeah. Come on.
It's Danny Rowe.
Do your own. Come on. Roll with your magic.
Chesterfield have the lead.
Come on.
Set piece.
Danny Rowe, come on in. Where it matters most.
Was the Halifax manager said set pieces would be important.
Get in.
Against his side.
Come on. let's get some more. Come on.
They've been on top, they've been positive.
Danny Rowe.
And it's a great little run there.
What a header.
It creates a space for Danny Rowe
Come
to
on.
get across the near post. And the space is there for him to go to.
Oh.
And he attacks it brilliantly. As you mentioned, people
1-0.
talking pre-match about set plays, the importance of it. And he just gets that little run on Warren.
You do not give anyone a free header.
Brilliantly flighted.
Never in any walk. In any league around the world, you do never give anybody a free header in the box.
Well, how glad they are that they've got him fit for the playoffs. At least for the first back-to-back starts he's made since October.
But get in, Rowe.
You might remember having he scored in that loss against Notts County last season. He was involved in that fired side that made the final.
I didn't expect him to go and do that. I didn't expect a header from Danny Rowe. I didn't expect it.
Really, really good start.
It's just crazy. I didn't expect us to be winning.
And that creates a space. Look at Danny Rowe there.
Look at that. You do not give anyone, even in the National League or in non-league or in the best league in the world in the Premier League, you never give anybody a free header. Because he can punish you, and he did. Still a long way to go. If we can get a second, I'll be happy.
Into the playoffs, right out of four.
We're the out of form team in the playoffs, so everyone will be writing us most up, but then that means we haven't got the pressure on us. That's the main thing, but we have just gone and upset the apple cart with that goal. Upset the apple cart, which is great. Which is great, folks. Oh my gosh, here we go. Come on! Oh, Danny Rowe. How much I love you. We've dominated the game from start to finish so far. First 22 minutes, Halifax have nothing to trouble our goal. If we can do this and we can get better and better and better, let's see how we can go. How we can get on. If we can get a second, you never know. You never know what can.
They've been absolutely brilliant early on. Now it's a really important time now, I think, for Pete Wild.
Well on card. Was that move?
With possession.
So far, guys, if you like the stream, like, subscribe. If you are new to the channel.
I have to say, this is the most confident I've seen Chesterfield play for a very long time. That goal, by the way, was their first for 5 hours and 37 minutes.
I haven't celebrated the goal in 5 hours and 37 minutes. I haven't celebrated a Chesterfield goal. Mad. So that whole energy's come out in has been held in for 5 hours.
And Halifax have
that
one move that they put together that ended up.
Come on!
They really got going here.
If we can get to half time 1-0 up, I'll be absolutely proud of the boys. Just to get to half time with a lead.
Formation that you're probably expecting his side to go to a back three, that's changed as well. But he knows his side has to be careful now. We know that.
Yeah, stick with the back four. Just stay as a back four, and you've got more of a chance that you can better defensively. Because I think we're not good at that back three. No way.
Halifax reaction to that goal is going to be interesting.
Just got to keep pressing, but I don't expect us.
It would have been kind of home advantage tonight. They had the best home record in the National League this season. 53 points from a possible 66 at the Shea, but they find themselves behind in this elimination.
You just got to keep going. That's all we can do. Whatever happens, I'm proud of them. Proud of the boys. We're starting really well, and it's proved. Come on, lads. We can get a second, I'll take it.
He's probably the only player in the division, Adam, that when he gets the ball that far out, I start to think he might shoot here.
You know what he's got.
Can you give Danny Rowe the ball and see if he can hit the blinder from 40 yards, please? I absolutely will take it. I'm jubilant. I didn't expect to start with this.
Waters. Warburton shows inside. Warburton wants the return, but this wasn't good enough to find him from Sloot.
Well cleared. Well done.
Just wonder, Adam, whether psychologically Halifax maybe have been lulled into a false sense of security.
I think so.
Guys, put your question in the chat. Like, subscribe, you are new. I'm happy to answer any question you guys put in front of me.
For his team. We saw the effect of what Cal Roberts had last night for Notts County when he went on, albeit he did play 26 odd minutes in that game.
Woods was the player promoted from the bench because of that injury to Spence in the warm-up. Woods himself had to go off injured on the final day at Stockport. Had been a doubt to be involved at all tonight, but was named among the substitutes. How much, Adam, would that disrupt? Obviously you prepared for a certain lineup. How much does it disrupt it in the minds of the manager and his fellow teammates when a player has to pull out that
Yeah,
later?
I mean, if someone like Aaron McCall, you take it as a bonus that he won't be a big miss, but it does make a huge difference, all joking aside. It really does, because you work on a set plays, you work on tactics with the players that you're looking at, and it's certain players that you just cannot afford to lose in your team, and Keane Spence for me is one of them. It will certainly be a big loss for them. I mean, Woods is still a quality player, don't get me wrong, but...
Go on.
Miller, look at this, red shirts rolling.
Oh, ref.
Momentum halted.
Chesterfield 1 goal for half time. Yeah, hopefully, but I would like us to get more than one. If we can get more than one, then that would be very good. Very good, folks. Still a long way to go to half time. Still a long way to go.
This is Chesterfield's second trip to the Shea in just over a month. Halifax beat them 2-0 here on the 18th of April. Slew and Warburton with the goals. And first fixture finished 1-1 back in December. Woods. Warburton. Woods. Got a bit lucky there, Halifax. Green. Good touch to Senior. Senior's cross.
Get it out.
Waters will chase. It's left in the end. Now happy with the throw.
Come on, keep on going.
Be patient, and they've got to be now. The best period of play has been when they've made one or two passes in Halifax's halves pretty well, and then switch play really, really quickly and won themselves the corner. These are the areas now they have to pass the ball with a purpose.
Waters.
Get it out.
Turn and try and get the pass away. Gilmore.
Get it out. Clear it.
Too many in there for Halifax as Mandeville got it clear. Alma.
Come on.
Green.
The ball was out.
We're going to be allowed to continue there, but late flag. So our first semi-final in the National League playoffs is at the racecourse. What a game this should be. Two of the biggest names outside of the Football League. Wrexham against Grimsby. It's lunchtime kickoff on Saturday, and then on Sunday the winners of this game go to Damson Park to take on Neil Ardley's Solihull. Warburton. It's back to Loach.
That's a ball.
Miller's chasing this.
Go on, Miller. Go on, Miller.
Kellerman. Simply, Chesterfield supporters won't be getting too carried away with that opening goal. They will be well aware of their side's ability to give up leads this season. They've failed to win 12 National League games from winning positions. Drew 9 of those matches, lost 3. They're on the attack here with Carl. He's found Miller, and Whelan's arriving in the box. And Senior was there to get it clear.
Why you that wide?
Foul by Rowe. Surely we'll be booked for that.
Come on, Chesterfield.
There is going to be a yellow card.
Danny Rowe. Danny Rowe. Right, good. The guy who knows the problem with a header.
I think what a few of the Chesterfield players seemed to be saying to the referee Scott Tallis there was it was his first foul, but it looked a clear booking to me.
It was. I think they may be looking at the challenging card as well. There we go.
So guys, put your question in the chat, like, comment, subscribe if you are new.
The earlier challenge from Woods on Khan. Such a wise souled heads though in the Halifax midfield. Woods, it's the 17th season of his career.
Way!
I'd say half a chance.
Just keep performing, just keep going, and let's not give up. We're showing the passion, do not let it down. Get us another goal, and then we can start thinking, ooh, could this be our year?
He's also been worth 17 points more than this season. He has only scored one in one of his last 12 games. 9 games without a goal.
Come on, lads!
Whelan.
A bit of a rubbish pass.
Well, that won't be the first time tonight that Paul Cook's told to calm down a bit by the fourth official, Thomas Parsons. I say it every time we watch Chesterfield play, Alan. One day we'll have to put a camera just on Paul Cook. It's great value. Mandeville. King. Maguire. Miller. Now, could be a counter on here.
Come on, well tackled.
Got the pass away. Firm challenge by King. Halifax players aren't happy about it.
I think he got the ball.
Well, he likes a tackle.
But I think he got the ball.
Was this a foul one?
It's a committed challenge, I must say that. He wasn't holding back.
Well done, Mandeville. Guys, let me...
Seems to be a bit late there, and it's got them off the Halifax bench. Look at this, they're all off.
He was just going for the ball. He was going for the ball.
Maguire getting involved with Marr and Rowe.
He was just going for the ball.
Threatening to ball over a bit here. We've had a few, let's say, firm challenges in the last few minutes. He's got a job on his hands, keeping a lid on this, Scott Tallis.
Guys, let me know in the world where you're watching the game from. Or where you're from in the world.
Need to see this one again, but
I just think he's genuinely trying to go for the ball and he just mistimes it. That's all I think.
Senior is the player who who's down. Our apologies for any swearing that you might have picked up.
I just think he not mean to hurt the player. I think he's just generally going for the ball. He just missed the ball.
Clearly giving himself thinking time. I think that's quite obvious, and that's probably wise as well.
I just think he's going for the ball. I think he's going for the ball. He's just mistimed it. I just think it's a yellow. And this is me being not biased. I think it's a yellow at least. A yellow.
What's it going to be?
Yeah, card. Yeah, it's not a red. It's not reckless.
Let's have a look at just how bad the challenge was. It got the Halifax bench up in unison.
But he's going for the ball. He's going for the ball. It didn't just get the Halifax bench up, it's got our bench up as well. Mad.
It wasn't just the Halifax bench, the Chesterfields. Everyone was on that bench as well.
He got nowhere near the ball.
Is yellow right?
I think he's lucky. And it doesn't help sometimes when you do it in front of the benches and they all get out and they all start having their say, and all the subs start coming onto the pitch, and you've got both managers shouting at the referee.
I think this has got the potential to get very lively. Now you can see there conversation between, if you can, so it wasn't polite conversation. Green with the shot.
Well blocked.
Comes here to Slew.
Do not do any stupid fouls.
Slew. Williams got it clear. Senior. Touched back by Warburton.
Come on, folk. Come on, lads. Hang it in there. Let it go out and play. Let it go out and play. Well done.
I just felt out of from the Halifax perspective that there wasn't too much of a reaction from them from the Chesterfield goal. They'd started the game slowly. You wonder whether for Halifax a flashpoint might actually help them get going a bit.
Well, they need something to get the goal. I think what they found difficult is the way that Halifax is back. Sorry, Chesterfield's back four is set up. They're playing quite deep, so the space is not going in behind, and the ball's going forward. You look at the effectiveness of Calvin Miller on the left-hand side, and you see the effect that Jordan Slew's had on their left-hand side. It's really night and day how important, when you keep the ball better, how you want to be really involved. Just at the moment, they just really are struggling to try and find a pattern of play, to try and break down this Chesterfield back line.
You can see there, Adam, Pete Wyatt still speaking to the fourth official about that challenge on Senior by Mandeville. Pete Wyatt saying that he went over the top of the ball.
It's a bad challenge. I'm not going to say that it's not. And I think Pete Wyatt can have certain claims of it being a red card rather than a yellow card. And the Chesterfield players and bench saying he won the ball, that's completely wrong, because that's not. It's important that he keeps his head now. I think he may have a point.
So the Carol's going to be okay.
Don't do these stupid fouls, please.
Wanting to touch, I can't. He's got to let it go now, hasn't he? Because he needs a clear head.
Yes,
Pete
he does
Wyatt.
now. So we've got a big team talk coming up at half-time.
Come on, boy. Alright, back. Do we get on this game or something?
Just over 5 minutes to go until half-time. And I think Pete Wild will be very glad of half-time as well, just to get his players in and regroup, because we know we've seen them a lot this season out in Halifax. They've been, well, let's say below their best, haven't they? Some distance below their best so far tonight.
They've set their standards and they've been absolutely magnificent.
Come on, boys.
this season, but for the
We can
first
get a second before half time. I'll be happy, but
you have to
1-0
say
up.
that
That's
Chesterfield
what
have been
matters.
the better side. They played the better football, they created the best chances, they've controlled the game better, they've stopped Halifax playing and stopped them getting those creative players of Warburton in the game.
Well done, King.
There was a frailty of Chesterfield as well. Halifax almost had to try and get to that moment to ask more questions of them.
Just to underline that frailty that Adam talks about, the final day draw with Woking was Scott Loach's first clean sheet in 10 games, and he's one of the most talented goalkeepers in the league as well. Just wonder how important this switch now to a back four from Paul Cook, how important that could prove to be both tonight and beyond if they get through this game against Halifax. On the evidence that we've seen so far tonight, the players seem comfortable with it.
Do not play back three, play back four from now on, please.
Deborah has had an excellent end to the season with Halifax. Ma. Only 4 teams have won at the Shea this season. Wrexham, Maidenhead and Boreham Wood managed it in the league. Notts County did it in the FA Trophy. But they did have the best home record in the National League this season.
Come on.
Gilmore with 2 arriving in the middle.
Well defended.
Waters and Slew in the box. Miller. Mar takes it away from the goal scorer Rowe. Just to let you know about our UEFA Champions League final preview show. Join us Friday 6:30 for that on BT Sport 2. And then the game itself live from the Stade de France in Paris. Our coverage begins at 6 o'clock on Saturday. Huge game. Liverpool against Real Madrid in the Champions League final.
Okay.
And then for the goal kick. Just a momentary lull, really, in proceedings at the Shea as we tick towards half-time. There should be a fair bit of added time at the end of the half. Green.
Just keep performing, and if you keep playing the way we are, just Mandeville, you are one lucky player to be on that pitch.
Senior. Woods.
Well done, King. Guys, I will be popping off at half time for a few minutes, so I will be at half time popping off for a few minutes. But the stream will be going off. I'll be popping off screen for a few minutes.
On the 25th of January, was that game 1-0? It was actually their last home defeat. A game that was actually live on BT Sports. It again illustrates how good they have been at home this season.
They have been. I think that's just a disappointment that haven't been managed to show that in this first half. But you have to give credit to Chesterfield and Paul Cook's side. They came in here not on good form.
So guys, put your question in the chat, like, comment, subscribe if you are new.
Personnel, injuries before the game to the likes of Weston. We spoke about it before the game, the boys spoke about it. Set plays are vitally important, and that's been the difference so far in the first half.
Green. Deborah. Lauren chasing it.
Come on, get it out!
So it's going to be a minimum of 5 minutes added time at the end of this first half at the Shea. Green. Warburton.
Guys, this is to give you, if you guys want to join my Discord server, there's a link in the chat to my Discord server as well, so you can chat to me outside of YouTube.
Warburton.
And what we do on there is we chat all things football, have a good old discussion.
There's Warburton once more. Warren was caught there by...
Guys, let's try and get the likes on the stream up to 10. If we can get 10 plus likes, that'll be an achievement for this channel.
It's important now they get something from this set plays, as we've seen already in this game, in yesterday's game. Vitally important. You look at the likes of Deborah.
We've seen Chesterfield take the lead from a set piece. That corner headed home by Danny Rose. Now back defending for the Spirites. Woods is going to take it. Could they equalise in added time at the end of the half? Woods floats it in. Oh, it's a good save.
Good save from Scott Loach. That's why he's such a good keeper.
Has got no. It's an offside.
Good decision there for the linesman. Just shading offside, but it's just something positive. Get the crowd going just in before half time. It's a good save.
Just so you guys know, if you turn up late, I will be popping off at half time just for 5 minutes. Just to do some things.
I remember him saying he's one of several Chesterfield players who said in the final months of the season that teams won't want to meet us in the playoffs, was how he put it, particularly when they get injured players back. I think they've always retained a level of belief within the Chesterfield squad that they could still go on despite the adversity of the second half of the season. Ma. Woods. Gilmore. Green. Gilmore.
Come on. Oh, unlucky. Well cleared. Chesterfield 1-0 up. We're into the 5 minutes of add-on time in the first half. 5 minutes.
2 minutes to go of added time. Deborah.
Well headed. Well done.
Gone down here for Halifax. More player courts. How frustrating it must be for young Kean Spence, who's proven himself to be a really good player this season. Had been due to start tonight, stood alongside Bradbury there as well, another one of the players who's had so much game time this season but missed out tonight with injury himself. It must be so frustrating to not be able to do anything, not to be able to be involved in such a big day.
We need to play, we need to go and do what we can. We're in overtime. Yes, we are. We are into 5 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the first half, and it is just for 1. Halifax Town 0. And we got about 60 seconds, including a little bit over because one player got down with a little bit of an injury. So we might have a little bit over the allotted 5. But I will be popping off, guys, for 5 minutes at the end of the first half, but I will be putting a poll out for you guys to have a vote for what you guys think of the first half.
If we think back about a month ago to the league game here, they got both of their goals in the second half to win that match. Waters. Waters won't thank Senior for that. He bounced right back up again though, didn't he?
doesn't hurt, they absolutely do.
Whelan, King.
Mate, do not write Chesterfield off without any hitch. Come on, well done! Half time. It's Chesterfield 1. Halifax 0.
Halifax far from at their best. Chesterfield, the team who came out into the playoffs. Right,
So guys,
out of 4.
vote on what you guys think of the first half. And I'm going to go off in a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So guys, I'm just going to quickly pop off. I won't be long. I am back, folks. Hi, Danny, how you doing? It's Chesterfield 0. Chesterfield 1. Halifax Town 0. At half time in the playoff elimination round, where the winner of this game plays Solihull Moors on Sunday. Which, if we make it, you will be having a live watch along for that game. So at the moment, what do you guys think of the first half? 20% have gone boring. 17% has gone boring. 33% have said it could be better. 17% have gone exciting to watch, and 33% said end to end. End to end is the right game. But I don't know why you would call this game boring, because if you're boring, why are you tuning into a live stream of a game that you think is boring? And that's just my stance on it. Guys, put your questions in the chat. Give me something to answer, and I'll answer your questions. Make them very relevant to what for the stream. So let's get some questions in the chat, folks. And hopefully in about 3 games time, we will be all be celebrating Chesterfield getting promoted to the Football League. And be careful, stop spamming and saying random stuff, or you will get timed out.
Between Lyon and Toulon from 7:15 on 1, and then on Saturday is the final of the Champions Cup.
Let's go, let's get your questions in. I'm interested to see what you guys want to put in for me to answer your questions.
Aaron McLean and Chris Hargreaves watching with me. Let's talk about the game as a whole first before we get to the controversies. Chesterfield, very good, Macca.
Very good. I think they've started off on the front foot, getting in the faces of the Halifax players, and then when they've had the ball, they've been the most composed team. You know, they've got the lead, but it's a deserved lead. You know, they've been the better team by far.
I barely recognise them from the last few weeks. He's done something, his players have responded, Chris, but the goal is symptomatic of the good football. It's good movements, clever.
It is, yeah, great delivery. Khan makes that near post run, just draws away, allows that space. See him go in there, great little movement, attracts 2 players. One just turns off slightly, and it's a great header. You've got to say, it's a great header.
Do you know what I like about it as well? Is Rowe just bumps him. He just gives him that little nudge just before he goes, and that allows him that extra yard of space to be able to get a free header. And then
it's at half time, folks. 1-0 Chesterfield in the elimination playoff round to get promoted to the Football League. You've got to wait 3 games to make it.
But they have been better. They've created them all. Clearer chances, if you like, right from the off.
They've looked comfortable on the ball for sure. They're nice and calm. They're just that extra thinking time, giving themselves just an extra yard. Half chances, but the midfielder.
If we can get some chances, what's your thoughts for the second half? Just don't put in any stupid challenges. Don't get people sent off, and we got to try and get a second. Try and get a second goal, because I think we'll need it. So my main thoughts for the second half is we got to go get a second goal. Just play the way we are and just try and get a second. That's all we can do. That's all we can do.
A number of the home fans have shouted out it should have been a straight red, Liam Mandeville. They're incensed, as is Pete Wild. What did you both think?
Personally, I don't think it's a red card. It is late, but listen, they both go in wholeheartedly. If it's Mandeville that gets a little touch on it, then the Chesterfield bench are going to be screaming it's a red card. He's a little bit late. I can't see that that's a red card. If that was a red card, I think that was a shocking decision.
The studs technically weren't right up, but there's no doubt in my mind that as a player you're half thinking what's coming here, because in the modern game, you know, you see it all the time. Anything where you're half leaving the ground, you're in trouble. He'll have just been very relieved to see that yellow card for sure. But the 4th official did have a fair old viewpoint on that, didn't he?
The officials handled it well, didn't they?
Yeah, they handled
and the benches were in everybody's faces.
But he was getting feisty before that, wasn't he? He was building and building, and then suddenly just overexerted himself a little bit. he'll have had one little moment where he thought, I might be in trouble here.
But it was feisty. It was feisty.
Yeah, it was.
There's been tackles flying in
Yeah.
from both teams. So when that tackle goes in, both benches are off their seats. You know, I think that it's the right decision in the end, and that's the main thing for me.
Chesterfield.
So many questions as you can. Let's hope the second half can be a good one.
Courtesy of Danny Rose, cute near post header. I think the visiting faithful and Paul Cook much happier than that man. Although Halifax are a second half team, and that comes next.
So hopefully, second half we can go and do something. Try and get some luck going our way. But so far we're playing to our strengths, and that's what we need to do as a football club. I'm excited. It's gonna be decent. Just play the way we are, play the football we are, and do what we need to do. Just looking at that, and it's just Chelsea's ad for Jamwinga. It just makes me laugh. Oh, I've seen this ad before. It's hilarious. When literally you just got three Chelsea, you got Mason Mount, you got Kai Havertz and Jorginho going to rock up to a hotel, and you got Mason Mount just basically dancing, thinking, "Oh, I'm going to do my keyboard celebration. Now I'm going to do the moonwalk." I love the ad. That ad is hilarious. If you guys not seen it, you've got to find that ad and absolutely look at it. But guys, put your question in the chat. Like, sub and subscribe if you are new. It is Chesterfield 1, Halifax Town 0 in the National League. National League elimination playoff round, which we've got to be on the A game, we've got to be on the ball. Just see how it goes. We will be going into the poll will be going until the first half kicks off, second half kicks off. So you got into the second half kicks off to vote in the poll what you guys think of the first half. And then near the end of the game, depending on how it's going, you might get a man of the match, depending. I won't say it's anything, but Jacob, happy birthday. Oh well, and hope you have a good day. And there's not much I can say, but hope you have a good birthday, and hopefully you enjoy the stream. So, guys, put all your... You can ask me anything. Just if you want to ask me anything, I'm happy to answer anything within reason. It can't be rude, racist, or offensive, because we are not like this on the channel. We are not someone who does that, goes down that level of what we do, but we don't on this channel. Like everyone to be able to be having a good time, have banter, be able to have a good conversation, be able to integrate and have a good time. Goes, I'm sorry, can you say it again? I need show him. I won't be able to say your last name, so I'll go, happy birthday, Jacob. Hope you have a good day, evening, wherever you are in the world. And hope you enjoy the stream as well. And that is for you, Jacob. Can you run the pitch and score a goal for Halifax, please? I'll survive, unfortunately, or not, because I am a Chesterfield supporter. So, I need to hope Chesterfield can hang on and play Solihull Moors on Sunday, which will be another live stream if we make it. And if we don't make it, and that's an if we don't make it, I will still be doing a live watch on, but I'll do it for the Saturday game between Wrexham and Grimsby as an alternative for if we don't make it. So, guys, questions, anything, put anything you feel. If you guys want to shout out, let me know, anything, but within reason, nothing offensive, nothing racist, and nothing hurtful that will upset anyone. It's a good day all round.
Oh, it's in! What a brilliant header! It's Danny Rowe! Chesterfield have the lead from the set piece.
What to do for the home side? Of course, had to make that enforced change before kick-off. No changes, I don't think, at this stage for either side. Just time for me to remind you that it's the final of the Europa Conference League tomorrow night. Jose Mourinho's Roma with Tammy Abraham, Chris Smalling et al. Up against the feisty and very good Feyenoord side in Tirana, Albania. 7:15 for all the build-up tomorrow evening. He's the man that separates the sides at the moment.
I think just feel 3-1. I would absolutely take that.
On Sunday. Adam and Adam.
I would absolutely take a 3-1, but I would take actually a 3-0.
The half-time conversation dominated by whether that man should still be on the pitch. I think the consensus from Chris and Aaron was very much that they felt that yellow was right. It was Chesterfield with this narrow lead. I guess from a Halifax perspective, Adam, I think you alluded to at the end of the first half, they'll take encouragement from the fact they tended to perform better in the second half.
Come on, boys. Second half is on the way. Chesterfield 1, Halifax Town 0.
Come in the second half of matches.
Well, the way they've played is sort of been solid as a unit, and then just.
And then I'll let you guys know how the poll has got on. At the end, the poll was, what did you guys think of the first half? Exciting to watch at 36%, boring at 27%, end-to-end at 18%, and could be better at 18%. It's National League, people. I am sorry I didn't get it on record. This will be the last time, I promise. Anyway. Alright. Sorry I might. Well, I'm not pronouncing your name, I might butcher it, so I'm wanting to be nice, but happy birthday, Jacob. Hope you have a good day. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And that is for you, Jacob, and hopefully Chesterfield get the win.
Started against Chesterfield in last season's eliminators for Notts County. Now in Miller. Here's Gilmore.
I do want to do stuff with, oh, what is it? If I can remember. I want to do like meetups and stuff, but the problem is there's not a lot of people that will watch me that are from my area and stuff like that. So I will say this: if you guys are from the Portsmouth / Portchester area and you are a watcher of the channel and you see me out and about on the streets anywhere and you recognise me, and you think I don't want to disturb and you don't want to disturb the person, come and say hi. Oh, wait a minute. And if you see me out in the streets and you recognise me, go and you think I don't want to disturb this person, but you recognise me, don't be hesitant to come and just say hello. Come and say hi if you want a photo, want an autograph, I'm happy to do anything for you folks. Because I do want, I do want to do like meetups and stuff, but hopefully in the future. But the second half's on the way, and hopefully Chesterfield can get a second goal. Let's get some questions in the chat, folks. Here's what urgent I'm coming when we're with you. That's if Chesterfield make it, because we're not guaranteed to make it. We've still got a game against Solihull, and then another game against either Grimsby or Wrexham, which won't be as easy as you can shake a stick. But I'm gonna put
Walters.
Come on, Chesterfield. Keep your head in the game. Let's keep going. You never know what can happen in any game or any walk of life. Right, let me have a look, folks. Just gonna have a look.
Maguire. Miller.
Because I don't want any arguments starting, folks. So I'm gonna go and check to see where the National League playoff final is gonna be held.
All 4 of Halifax's home defeats this season, and each of the last 8 have been by
The final
a single goal. No team has run away with
are
it
at
shape or
the
form.
final for the National League playoff will be played in London, but we'll play the game. We'll play the game. If Chesterfield gets to the final, the game will be at the London Stadium, the home of West Ham United. Will be the final of the National League playoff. R5, I bet on Chesterfield with 8k. My mistake, bro. I'm crying. I can't cash out right now, unfortunately. I'm gonna go. What are you watching on? I'm watching it on BT Sports. If you've got BT Sports, you'll be able to watch it. And also, happy birthday, Harvey Will Goose. Hope you have a good birthday, pal, and rock on.
Should say congratulations to Halifax's youth team who beat Eastleigh to win the National League Academy Cup last week after a goalless draw.
Hopefully Chesterfield can get another goal, folks. Go on.
Here's Miller. Rowe.
Go on, Rowe. Go on, Khan.
Khan.
Go on, Khan. Go on, Saidu.
Khan with the ball over. He fizzed that across and it came up
I'm
down.
watching it on BT.
Forward come Williams and Grimes.
We don't want that. Just put thank you. We don't want any of that. Makes it a bit weird. Chesterfield corner.
Only scored from one corner. Could they repeat the feats? King with the ball in.
Oh.
Maguire was the man who went down in the box there.
Come on, boys. There we go.
His last 3 games. He's been with Chesterfield since he was 15. Its longest serving player. Whelan in his second spell with the club. King.
Come on. Come on, Chesterfield. Let's do something. Actually prove that we can do whatever we can. Folks, if we can get the likes on the stream up to above 10, I'll be happy. Because that's the most I've ever got on the stream before. Look at that. No one can cope with Danny Rowe. We just need a chance to go our way, and I think and take it, and we can get a second. But we just got to see how he's going to play out, and just go for it. But at the moment, we're still 1-0 up. Fingers gently crossed.
Green. Warburton. Forward it went from Deborah, the header by Grimes.
I've just arrived at the...
was just wondering whether changes would be in the minds.
I've just arrived at the game. I just realised it's second half. I'm at the wrong ground. I'm at the London Stadium at the final.
He's going to be coming on shortly.
You're making no sense. Just you're just talking. You're just not making sense just to ask me a question. So I'm not going to answer that.
But then it's just settled down a little bit. So no surprise that Pete Wild has looked to his bench to have Matt Stenson now to come on. Seems frustrated, doesn't he? Things are not going for him.
Come on, boys!
The feel will be from his perspective is after the season that they've had, where they've impressed so many people, and they've had their best points tally since they were promoted back to this level, that it could all slip away from them in one game.
Go on, Saidu.
Gilmore found by Green. This could be an opportunity.
Whee!
They've been much better in this second half. Shown a lot more than what they did in the first. But the issue is, again, not hitting the target. Good play there from Green. Pressure in that midfield area on the front foot, but I think player of Matty Warburton's quality, Adam, I think will be looking to be disappointed he didn't hit the target with that.
They scored in both National League games against Chesterfield this season. Matty Warburton, only Billy Waters has...
I will definitely not be answering that question.
Good touch by Waters.
You might think this is weird. I cannot go with either.
Let's get the free kick, the foul by Kellerman.
Due to the fact that I got family who support Sheffield Wednesday and I got family who support Sheffield United, so I literally can't go for either. Come on, boys!
Maybe not moving entirely freely, coming off here. Words of encouragement for Stenson as he comes on, could face his former club Solihull Moors in the final four if they can get through. A player who's had such bad luck with injuries during his time with Halifax, was injured almost immediately after signing for them in the summer of 2020. He still hasn't scored for them, but as I say, that's largely because he's rarely played, was recalled early from a loan spell at Kidderminster ahead of the playoffs. It's at the end of April. Senior. Deborah. Flag is up.
Come on, Chesterfield. Mansfield or Mansfield? No. I will not go with any of them. As a Chesterfield fan, I will not go with Mansfield. No way. That can be go. No.
Frustrating Halifax, and that's what you're going to do second half. You're going to try and...
I'll not give Mansfield their satisfaction when they're nothing to do with this game.
Halifax just want the ball in play, and they're going to be trying to get the ball going quickly as possible. It's a tactic you have to use away from home.
They have something to protect in this eliminator. Deborah. Warren. Now for a throw in by Maguire.
Come on, Chesterfield.
Bro.
Oh, that's good football. That is good football. Oh.
He really has come on, Deborah, particularly in the latter months of the season. Interesting, the psychology of players coming into games like this that mean so much to the respective clubs. Deborah was asked about that. He said he was treating it like it's just another game, said you have to try and normalise the situation, was the way that he put it then. And again, other players, I suppose, Adam, would motivate themselves by looking at how big the game is, how much of a one-off occasion it is, and how much it means to the fans. It's horses
It is,
for courses,
I mean, it swings and roundabouts, isn't it? Players will just try and take this as
Come on,
relaxed as possible
Chesterfield.
and come into a game and you just say it's still...
We need
same
a second
process
goal.
as you do for every other
We
game.
need a second.
It's how you handle the pressure for me when it really, really matters. The key moments in games that you get chances and opportunities, the decisions that you make at the right time. Just
Oh my God.
Better decisions than what Halifax have done so far in this game. They have been better, Pete Wild's side.
Now by Woods.
Where we go, everywhere we go. That's where our boys making all that noise. Everywhere we go.
Both sets of supporters doing their best.
Ring
for
me
all
when
their
you are
side.
available.
More than 2,000 Chesterfield supporters have made the journey. It's not a too dissimilar amount of supporters for each team, supporting each team inside the stadium.
Come on, Chesterfield.
Miller thought about taking it quickly and decided better of it. Back heel from Khan. Miller up against Deborah. Went on the outside and pulled over a good cross. Senior's header.
I think he's been Chesterfield's best player down the left-hand side, Calvin Miller. He's always been an elbow in the first half, and yet again, him in those one-on-one situations has been so effective, so positive. Goes on that left-hand side, gets the ball out of his feet and whips in a brilliant ball there.
Former Celtic player, Calvin Miller.
Come on, Chesterfield. Hang on in there, boys.
Was kept by Scotland at under-21 level as well. Mandeville. Marr. An hour gone at the Shea.
Half an hour to go. Half an hour to go. Half an hour PS.
Sloan. Gilmore. Waters.
It's like half an hour of pure stress. Unless we can get a second. Yay.
Senior.
It's not a stream. If you want to watch it, you got to go into BT Sports.
Just maybe need to raise the tempo a bit here. Halifax perhaps move the ball more quickly.
Come on,
That's more
Chesterfield.
questions to Chesterfield.
They offered that a little bit at the start of this second half, but I think Chesterfield are just taking this thing out of the game and stop the flow.
Just keep pressurising.
Waters. Whelan was there again, has been very efficient and effective in that midfield. He's quietly gone about his business, Whelan. I don't think there's any doubt though, Adam, that from a collective point of view, this is the best that Chesterfield have played for quite some time, isn't it?
I mean, it's the best I've seen them play. I know, thinking back of performances I'm trying to see, I remember the first half against Wrexham, I mean, they were excellent. But they haven't had too many halves of football to be excited about.
Flag stay down.
Go on!
With the chance onto the right foot.
Oh!
Man,
Mandeville, you could have done better with that shot.
Well, he looked a mile offside from where we were.
Waters. Halifax really need a spark here. What a chance to make it too.
That's a huge chance, and I think it's an element of his game sometimes. He maybe should be scoring more goals, and he's miles offside. And how the linesman's not seen that. So you can understand the frustration of Mar and Deborah and Senior to be shouting at the linesman because he was 5 yards offside.
Come on, boys.
Now by Whelan.
How is that a foul? How is that a foul? I don't know. I don't know how that's a foul. It doesn't look like a foul.
He doesn't feel that should have been a free kick, but Halifax have the chance to at least put it in the box, at least try and test the Chesterfield back line that has had a much quieter evening than anyone could have expected so far. It's Woods, one of the most experienced players on the pitch, who will take it. Over towards Mar. It's a good ball over, and Stenson nearly got to that.
Well cleared.
Whelan with the acrobatic clearance. Gilmore.
Don't foul.
Off Miller for a
Well
foul.
done. People just, if you just
Warren to take
gonna
the
put
throw
random
from
gibberish in,
Manchester United youth
speak
graduate.
English.
Up towards Stenson. Waters. Good strength from Khan. Rowe.
Go on, Khan.
Khan in a race with Chambers. Captain Mark.
Come on. Come on, boys. If we can get a second, I'll be in good voice. Oh, everywhere we go. That's my right, boys. Make it everywhere we go.
Clever
Go on,
ball.
go on.
With a chance to cross.
Oh! What a goal!
He comes against his former club. It zipped him.
What a goal!
Whether he meant it or not
Did he
entirely
mean it?
sure.
I don't think he
It
did.
certainly caught
We're doing
Chelsea
it
by
up
surprise.
against Halifax.
For Chesterfield here, with just under 25 minutes to go.
Come on!
Their lead.
Jeff King!
What an unbelievable strike this is from Jeff King. Against his former club as well.
Woo!
The awareness of Danny Rowe to get the ball out wide, and he's driving.
Oh, what a goal, Jeff King! He had no right to shoot from there. He had no right. But it is 2-0.
And you look at the goalkeeper, should he be being at your near post like that? No. But the power of the shot was absolutely emphatic. The timing of the goal is so important because it just gives you that little bit of breathing space.
You're spot on about the timing because, well, you just thought that Halifax at some point were going to have to try and move through the gears, take more risks to try and get back into the game. It's a much bigger ask now, isn't it?
It's huge.
Game!
Been slightly better in this second half, but
Game, Jeff King!
can't really remember Scott Loach pulling in the save. Oh, what a strike that was there from Jeff King.
Slew, they've got to hit back here. Halifax, their season, their wonderful season where they've achieved so much, they've punched so much above their weight. It's all slipping away from them here. And Chesterfield for a side. Well,
Peter, I do like the goal. It was a good goal from Jeff King. He had no right to shoot wherever he was, and he just managed to think, I'll take a pop shot, and it went in.
Well, I don't know, to be honest, because I've not seen this from a Halifax side since he's taken over.
We're sailing, stormy
Talk about timing. I mean, he didn't really look at the form of his side coming into this game. He still had the belief in these players that they could get a performance and a result.
In comes the corner. Stenson was there, and Mandeville will get it clear. Senior.
Get it out.
Deborah has stayed forward. Warren with the ball there.
It's a goal for Halifax.
It's Stenson.
It's a goal for Halifax.
Off the bench, onto the score sheets. Just when they really needed a goal, he gets his first for the club.
Game on now. Different class from Halifax. This build-up play that has been lacking, but the quality and the patience has been there. And what a ball that is in there from Warren. With a substitute to come on and make an instant impact. Brilliant players, the best period of play they've had in the final third. They've kept the ball well. Brilliant crossing.
The one defensive error we made.
Now swings back with the home side. Can they use this advantage now to go and find the next goal?
What a story that is in itself. Adam signed for Halifax in August of 2020, did his ACL right after signing for them. Has been on loan at Kidderminster this season. They recalled him early from that loan in April. And now he's scored a goal that's given them hope again.
Now I'm pleased for him, Adam. Been in my situation myself with serious knee injuries, and you're never too sure how fit you're going to come back. You're not even come back at all. But he's given his side an absolute lifeline now. There's a belief in the stadium that has probably been lacking for the majority of this game.
We have a situation here, Adam, where there was so much talk about the change in the playoff system several years ago. I think it's fair to say that it's proved to be a real success. But one of the criticisms was, and I think you made it at the time, is that you could have a situation where a team that finishes 7th could end up in the Football League. And was that right? Was it fair? Well, if this stays like this, it'll be the first time that teams who finish 6th and 7th will have both made it through to the semi-finals. This is the 5th season of the format.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of the format when it first came into play. I was more of a traditionalist with the 2 legs.
Danny Rose done.
But I think it has transformed the excitement, hasn't it?
Danny Rose. He's done. He's done. Bring on Nathan Tyson, please. Bring on experience when you need it. You need experience.
I think just adds to the tension. It adds to the excitement. And at one stage, I just felt Chesterfield would run away with this game. And all of a sudden, it's changed dramatically now.
Danny Rowe!
With Danny Rowe, their goal scorer, only just back recently from injury. This is the first time he started back-to-back games since October, but he's being forced off now with an injury. There is his goal from the first half.
Come on, Nathan Tyson, show us your experience at the age of 40. Shame and
Nathan Tyson.
Come on, Chesterfield.
In such a position of strength. Only a matter of minutes ago, Adam. Now Chesterfield have conceded and they've lost one of their main men in Danny.
That's a foul. Well done, ref.
And this is how things can swing and change so quickly in the playoffs. Miller. Going to be some final 20 minutes or so.
Go on now, come on.
At the Shea. Good Chesterfield restore their 2-goal cushion.
Come on, someone in red, get your head onto it.
Another set piece to defend.
Oh. Come on, boys.
Sometimes, Adam, players don't celebrate against their former clubs. I don't think that was in the mind of King, was it?
No.
He was off, wasn't he?
I've never seen him run so fast.
I look forward to hearing from him whether he meant that or not. I suspect he'll say he did.
I meant it. And I don't even know if he meant it. Go on, Mandeville. Go on, Chesterfield.
Another corner by Senior. having got back into it, clearly the last thing Halifax need here now is to concede from a set piece. They've got to be concentrated and switched on. Grimes a threat in these sort of situations, so is Lawrence Maguire.
That's a bit of a rubbish ball.
Eland's header, struggling to get it clear, and the whistle goes. It's a Halifax free kick. Well, Paul Cook has not won a playoff match in his managerial career. Lost both semi-final games with Chesterfield in the 2014 seasons, or two semi-finals I should say, with Chesterfield. He'll be on the winning side here. Warren.
Come on, this is so close. Oh, clear it. Well done.
Clearance by Grimes. Touch by Gilmore. Woods then played it forward, and now Warburton. And Slew was in a bit of space, closed down by King. They need a moment of quality here. Warburton might provide it. Slew remains alongside him. Waters and Stenson wait in the box. Williams was there. Woods
Get
was
out.
there.
Well done.
We've got the semi-finals of the playoffs to look forward to this weekend. Both lunchtime kickoffs. We're at the racecourse first. Wrexham and Grimsby, two of the biggest names outside of the Football League. That's on BT Sport 1. Then the winner of this tie will travel to the West Midlands to take on Solihull at Damson Park. What a good end to the season Neil Ardley's side had. Sunday midday, BT Sport 1 for that. Quarter of an hour to go.
15 minutes to go, folks. 15 minutes to go. Chesterfield 2, Halifax 1.
Through to that semi-final with Solihull. Suspect there will be nervy moments to come though. Khan. Maguire. Tyson.
Oh, unlucky Tyson.
Chasing his own dummy there.
Ah, this is tense. Oh.
Snoop. Chesterfield's.
Oh, it's Whittle, come on, we're for the defender. Defender for the defender.
Going to replace Miller. Straight swap down the left-hand
Well,
side.
no, not a good game for once. Miller's going off. And Alex Whittle coming on, folks.
And he played against them in the playoffs last season with Notts County. Whittle was shortlisted for the Club's Player of the Year award that was won by Jamwinga. Slew, a former Chesterfield player, is the Halifax man. He's being taken off. It's a graduate of the Manchester United youth system, Zach Durnley, who's coming on here. Remember, he trained with the Manchester United first team during Jose Mourinho's time there. Was released from the Premier League club in June 2019. Does provide a bit of X factor though, Durnley. We certainly need some of that, Halifax. Khan. Tyson gives chase. Up against Deborah.
Come on, Chesterfield.
Forwards with precision by Gilmore to Waters. Senior. Woods.
Well done, Khan.
Such a big 12 minutes or so.
What's happened there? Offside? Offside.
Pulls the play back. Flag up. Chesterfield hoping to avoid a 5th campaign in a row at this level. Went down in 2018. Halifax about to slip to a very rare home defeat. Currently on a 10-game unbeaten run at home.
Come on.
What 8 of those as well. Durnley.
Come on.
Stenson needs support. It's arriving in the shape of Waters. Others up now as well. Both players slid in, full-blooded there. It's been caught in the chin, I think, there, Woods.
I think he knows it's accidental there from Jeff King. Just to follow through afterwards. Certainly no intention there for Jeff King afterwards to catch him.
That's fine, which is good to see. Woods. It's a goal from a former Halifax man, King, who made 67 league appearances for them. 2 years up until 2021. In fact, he was named in the National League Team of the Year during his time under Pete Wild at Halifax. Will it be his goal that's the difference here, or is there an equaliser in the home side? Final 10 minutes we are into at the shade of this eliminator.
Oh, is there another twist and turn still left in this game? I certainly feel that Pete Wild was just making an attacking substitution to try and find this equaliser for Paul Cook team. It's just about game management now to see these last 10 minutes out. Nothing silly, don't make silly mistakes.
A bit of a miscommunication there, and the decision goes against Khan.
Come on, Chesterfield.
The problem is here with Carlos and Kremp. Well, the Halifax players, I don't think believe him, but it seemed pretty genuine, actually, the way he was hobbling, unless he's a good actor.
Harvey Gilmore didn't give him any sympathy, did he?
Not at all. Into the box it goes to Devlin. Gilmore needs the room for the cross. Maguire.
Well, Maguire.
That didn't happen.
I think he's building well at left back, Norris Maguire. Defensively being pretty solid.
Another free kick here for Halifax. These are the sort of moments they really need to make the most of as the time ticks by, as the opportunities to equalise come. You need to take them as it's headed clear on the edge of the box. Didn't really make the most of that at all.
I don't understand that one. It went to square, closes the ankle down, then he goes square, then to go back to the right hand side.
Calm. somehow managed to keep his feet, and that was somehow kept in. Oh, was it? I have to say, that did look like it stayed in, but... What's going to be interesting to see here, Alan, as we approach the final 5 minutes, as to whether we'll see Chesterfield start to slip further and further back as they protect what they've got, as we saw Notts County do to their cost yesterday.
There's a natural thing to do, Adam.
Well, he's already been booked, Mandeville, and the point's been made here to the referee that that was a deliberate handball.
I think you see players who will
nervous.
fall over and they grab the ball, think it's a free kick for themselves.
Yeah.
Feels the contact, and 9 times out of 10 you tend to get a free kick when you grab the ball like that, but I think that's the right decision.
And getting Jeff King.
Yellow card was shown to Whelan. Forward it goes from Johnson.
Jordan Slew, he's off the pitch.
Counter is on here for Chesterfield.
Yeah, they took him off.
Keeper out quickly.
They took him off at 2-0 down.
There's a case of anywhere would do there for Whelan.
Yeah, with someone who is only on his second appearance for the club.
At the Shea. Can Chesterfield hold their lead? Solihull awaits in the
So Moore's going to be a lot harder than this.
Chesterfield, who sneaked into the playoff places just ahead of
We didn't just sneak in, we've been in the top 7 the whole season, so we didn't really sneak in.
Final four here. His side missed out on 3rd place. On the final day, they would have avoided an eliminator had they managed to pip Solihull to that, but they couldn't do it. Halifax. Good header that by Maguire. Khan. Chesterfield are getting closer.
Oh, Khan, you better than that. Referee, you've been an arse.
Shown a yellow card here. And we couldn't say that he's not had a lot to say to the officials throughout the game. He's cut a frustrated figure for much of it, and it's understandable in a way because he will know Adam, and it'll be eating away at him. This side are so much better than they've shown so far tonight.
Yes, I can agree with that. I think he's still, just judging by his body language, the frustration, I think, of Mandeville not being sent off. He was adamant it was a red card, and there'll be an element of frustration from his players. They haven't quite been at the races. They got themselves that first goal, and you think, well, can they go and get themselves the next one? And they just haven't quite kicked on again since.
You think of the improvement they've made this season, Halifax. 19 points the improvement on last season when they came 10th, albeit having played 2 games more.
Oh, you stupid git.
By that much, but then ultimately lose in an eliminator. That is going to be, or would be, very hard to take.
That certainly would be. It's difficult because when you come into these games and you end up losing, you sometimes think the whole season's been an absolute disaster, and it hasn't been for Halifax. But they've still got to believe they've got one more chance left.
Well, he said that before the game, didn't he? One of the things he took from what happened last night.
Come on, just don't bottle it. Just don't bottle it.
Let's see whether they can go right to the end, just like Grimsby did at Meadow Lane last night.
Stop mentioning what happened yesterday, because that might bring some bad voodoo.
Gilmore.
And if we end up conceding, I wouldn't blame on the commentators for keep mentioning about what happened last night.
It's over towards Carl.
They keep going on about it.
There's Warren out there with him.
Thank you, referee. Thank you, referee.
He's really put it in, hasn't he? Today, Carl. It's coming off.
Oh, not Jack McCall.
Ball's ready to come on.
It's shite.
Waters.
Well
Just a
done.
quick reminder that we have our Champions League final preview show 6:30 BT Sport 2 Friday.
We don't care about the Champions League. National League playoffs is more important.
Capital Liverpool against Real Madrid. There's that change we've been expecting then, and the Halifax players not happy with how quickly Khan is going off here. So on comes McCourt with a minute of normal time remaining. He's bringing a message with him.
Oh man!
Gilmore with the ball forward.
Thank God for that. Thank God for someone's head. Oh no!
For 6 minutes of added time.
I don't want that. It could please be like 1 or 2, not 6. Oh.
Those 6 minutes will fly by for that man. They'll seem like an age for Paul Cook.
Just keep hanging on. Come on, Paul Cook. Legend.
Paul Cook. We saw that interview he did with the local radio station that I think it's fair to say went viral on the internet, where he got a little bit ruffled with some of the questions that were put to him.
Yep.
The pressure.
Paul Cook getting viral on the internet.
But what a result this would be for Paul Cook and for Chesterfield if they could see it out.
Talk about timing, if you're arguably your best performance under his tenure. A performance that has been missing.
Yeah, it's in other games we've been playing the back 3. Now we're playing the back 4, and it's actually working.
Seems to have been executed perfectly.
So in future, don't play back 3.
When you go into injury time, you see 6 minutes. So important now. You just keep your heads, keep your discipline. Don't make a mistake.
You shouldn't forget
There's only one team in English football that's good at playing the back 3, and that is Chelsea. We're the only team that can do a back 3 and actually can do it well. Don't try and copy them. Just do your own shite.
Never gone up through the playoffs. This might be the year for that. Who knows? They're on their way to the semi-final at the moment.
Come on.
Season's work on the line here.
That's a shite ball.
The team with the best home record in the National League. Few people really gave Chesterfield too much hope.
Oh, you fucking bastard of a keeper. You're not Manuel Neuer.
Great closing down there. Out it goes for a goal kick. 4 minutes to go. Urgency required here from Halifax.
No urgency. Just take your time. Just take your time. Run the clock down. Run the clock down.
Comfortable. They're not exactly bashing the door down at the moment. We'll see if they can put some pressure on here.
And get rid. Get rid. That's not a corner. That's not a corner. That's not a corner. Goal kick. Thank you. Just hang on in there.
Element of frustration.
For a second night running, are we going to see the away side win in the eliminator? It's looking like that way, unless we get a similar level of late drama as we did at Meadow Lane last night.
Stop mentioning about yesterday's game, it just makes it even more stressful.
Remember, it was the 96th minute when that equaliser went in last night. Less than 3 minutes to go here.
Go on, Tyson.
Tyson's done well.
Well done, Tyson.
Throwing off Senior.
Absolutely brilliant there. Tyson. Decided to go with pacing behind, not bringing on Denton. Just chased that one down. Didn't think he was going to get there. That was one of his sort of vital throwing deep in Halifax's half.
We're coming for you, Solihull. What's made it even worse that even Calvin Miller started the game.
For Chesterfield, let's get Adams man of the match.
Well, I think he's been absolutely brilliant for.
And that player is shite.
His goal is one thing, but I think his all-round performance down that right-hand side has been absolutely brilliant. His work rate, his energy, his quality. It's been absolutely brilliant.
Won't just hold on to the ball. You just hold on to the ball.
Stenson with the touch. And his goal gave Halifax hope. They've not really built on it. Can they offer threat right at the end of the game, though? Gilmore. That's not a bad ball. Good header, though, by Williams.
Get it out.
Try to keep it going. Senior to send it surely into the box.
Get it out.
That's where it goes.
Out. No. Out. Oh. 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 Thank the Lord. Oh, I thought they were going to score there.
The fine moments in games, you need these opportunities just to fall to you, and you've got to take them. To see the bodies, the red shirts, throwing their bodies in the way. He knows that's a big chance.
Just makes you wonder, Adam, why they've not done more of that. Just stick it in the box. Have they asked enough questions of Chesterfield defensively? A Chesterfield side that's only had 1 clean sheet in 10 games.
Well, they haven't had them tonight, you've got to be honest with that. They get themselves that goal, then all of a sudden you just think, that's a game changer. They tried to still play, and I just think it's been a little bit too late to go a little bit more direct.
Well done. That could be it.
Chesterfield get the free kick with just seconds remaining here. Clever play by Tyson.
He's done really well since he's come on. An honest pro, a brilliant pro as well, Adam. Still to continue at his age with his fitness levels, his discipline. He's come on and made a huge difference leading that line.
Into the corner it goes.
Get in! Paul Cook! I didn't expect that today. Didn't expect it.
To the semi-finals. It's a victory, you could say, really, against the odds.
Come on!
The sides right out of form.
We came up against the side with literally the best home record in the entire league. Who haven't lost a game at home in 10, only lost 4 times at home all season.
Scored by a former Halifax player as well.
Now bring on Sawyer Moores, then bring on shitty horse Wrexham and shitty horse Grimsby, and we're getting promoted. The promotion party is still on. Get in.
Ends in disappointment. King's got the difference, Adam.
Full time, folks. Chesterfield 2, Halifax 1. I didn't.
You can just never say never when you come into a game of football in a one-off.
I'm just shocked because I was expecting Halifax to more or less win it because we couldn't beat him in the league.
You say that Halifax definitely.
Then suddenly we play a back 4, and then suddenly it works.
Have done a number on them. Discipline without the ball, discipline with the ball. Stop them playing.
So,
in the final third, a side with a really,
like,
really good
sub,
home record.
subscribe with the bell notification to the post, and I will see you guys on Sunday for Chesterfield vs Sawyer Moores for a chance to go to the London Stadium, not Wembley, the London Stadium for the National League playoff.